guys, Jay. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, as some of you might already know, I missed out on that tiny little window that they had for the Masters Universe 40th Anniversary He-Man figure that was up for pre-order for Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I'm kicking myself, guys. I'm seriously kicking myself. And I didn't know what to do. So I called up a whole bunch of different local retailers, and they all said that, yeah, they are going to be taking orders as soon as they reopen. Now, this kind of got me wondering, why is it that they would post up the pre-orders so early and then take them down so quickly? So I just took it upon myself to say, all right, what can I do here? So I did a quick search, and I found out that the link for the 40th Anniversary He-Man still exists. It's not listed on Big Bad Toy Store. It just happens to be, you know, hidden somewhere in the ether. So I started to track it down, and of course, over at toys.newyork.com, they still had the original link posted in their article. I clicked on the link, and yeah, it still says page not found, and, you know, that in and of itself is not strange, but I did actually read what it says here, and it does say, sorry, it seems to be the page does not exist anymore. Check out our homepage. If this problem persists, please contact service@bigbadtoystar.com or call 1-800-980-2287 for assistance. So, you know what? Me being me, I went ahead and decided, heck, why don't I call and find out what the heck is going on? So, I did actually give them a call, and I was greeted by a lovely service representative, and, you know, she went on to tell me that, you know, there seems to be something going on over at Mattel. So I decided to press a little bit and say, do you know exactly what's going on? Because I really would like to order one of these figures. And she said, well, it's actually something to do with the manufacturing. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she said, yes, according to Mattel, and you guys have to take this with a great assault. According to Mattel, they are actually redoing some of the paint applications because of feedback from the fans.
It's not possible.
Oh my gosh, guys. This is crazy. And it's just so crazy because, as we're going to take a look in a second, there have been a lot of people complaining about the current deco for the latest photos of the He-Man and the Master Universe 40th Anniversary Edition. So, guys, let's take a deep dive and look into this. But just before we get started, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I post up to 2 episodes a week, and I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you guys will always know when new episodes are posted. Alright, guys, let's take a deep dive into this and see if we can dissect exactly what happened here. So, obviously, these pictures come to us from news.toyork.com because they're no longer on Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. So we're going to take a deep dive into this and really try to dissect this to exactly what's going on. Now, I already did a full video on this particular release, but I really didn't touch on the idea of what the paint decos look like, mainly because I actually was not too put off by them, but upon closer inspection, I think we can see some certain details which I did miss. So, you know what? I'm going to rectify that right now and take a look for that reason. Now, after I called the Big Bad Toy Store representative, she did mention that the fans, Mattel had been hearing so much, feedback from fans. I guess people were writing in, or just, you know, they were observing, you know, how the reactions from different YouTube videos or whatever, you know, chatter across the internet. And yeah, apparently, if we look into here into some of these images right here, the biggest gripe seems to be that He-Man looks dirty. I've been doing a bit of research on several videos, and a lot of, you know, certain YouTubers who I follow, and yeah, the consensus seems to be that if you zoom in on some of the photos, you can see that where the deco is supposed to be applied, you know, around the neck area, you know, in the abs, between the fingers specifically, you can, if you look at them very, very carefully, a lot of people are just a little concerned. Actually, a lot of people are a lot concerned that the deco looks dirty. It doesn't look like you know, a properly applied deco. It looks like it was just like washed on and then wiped off, but improperly. And I think a lot of people seem to be you know, having a major concern about that. And you know, for a good reason. This is supposed to be the 40th Anniversary Edition of He-Man, a celebration of the Masters of the Universe. You know, so I can see why a lot of people are kind of, you know, a little bit miffed about this. We can even see certain details that are not supposed to be there are, you know, highlighted. For example, this is not, you know, a part of the sculpt. This is actually what we call a flash line. It's where the mold was broken apart, and you can actually see a tiny little bit of plastic, which is popping up. Now, if you're a customizer, you'd sand that down, you'd make it perfect. But in this case, it is kind of apparent that this deco is not really applied with any sort of care. It literally is pretty much just a full wash, and they wiped it down. Now, whether or not that was actually done for time or budgetary concerns, we don't really know. However, I think we can infer from this that it wasn't completely finished properly, because it does look matty, it does look spotty in different areas, and I think it highlights a lot of the musculature in the wrong way. For example, over here by the bicep and the tricep, yeah, this really does kind of look dirty. I mean, it looks like I likened it honestly to a bodybuilder who does bronzing. If you guys don't know, bronzing in the bodybuilding world is a technique which is used to enhance the musculature, to actually bring it up. However, it has this weird effect of making you look a little bit dirty. As you can see here with some of these examples, it's almost like people call it the tan fail, because as you can see, the body is what a lot of these bodybuilders are concentrating on, and it's just to actually enhance the shading and everything like that to make your muscles look even more well defined. But what happens is your face sort of ends up being lighter than the rest of your body, and it can have mixed results. We can see here that it's just, in certain cases it works really well, but in other cases, like, some people actually go ahead and bronze their face. Again, with mixed results. It's kind of crazy. But it's just a normal practice in the bodybuilding world. And I remember the first time I saw this 40th anniversary He-Man. If you look at this particular picture here, it does kind of look like he's bronzed in certain areas. Like, it just looks a little bit strange. His face is completely, barren of any sort of tone, and the rest of his body looks like it's covered in some sort of like light bronzer. Again, almost as if it's a fake and baked tan. And of course, we look again on the fingers and everything like that. Yeah, it seems to be a bit of it seems to be a major issue for a lot of fans. According to the rep who I was speaking with at Big Bad Toy Store, she went on to tell me that it was Mattel's decision to go ahead and pull the photos, and they're in the process of actually creating brand new production-ready photos from the actual product from the new He-Man Master Universe 40th Anniversary release. So these are going to be real photos from the real actual production model. So yeah, guys, this seems to be the reason why all of those pre-orders were taken down, and people might have to actually redo their pre-orders, in the future. But at least that helps, in some way, at least anecdotally, as I said before, help to explain exactly what happened in this particular case. Guys, this is a unique, interesting insight into the toy industry. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure what to believe. The representative did seem to have inside knowledge as to, the reasons why these were taken down, and whether or not that actually came down from a Mattel representative is still up for debate. But if this is true, then very, very soon, hopefully very soon, the listings will come back up for pre-order, and with brand new photos of these new paint decos for the Master Universe 40th Anniversary He-Man. This is going to be great because a lot of people seem to have been having some issue with the paint applications, and as we just seen, it's not exactly that far-fetched. I have my own opinions, as you've heard, and yeah, I'm still really, really, really excited about this release, though, guys. But what about you guys? Let me ask you, are you guys interested in this brand new 40th Anniversary He-Man? I mean, the pre-orders went up, and they came down just as fast. So now knowing that the new paint apps are coming, and possibly that the new paint apps are coming, and it might even be better with new photographs, are you excited and on bated breath to see these brand new photographs? And if they are just as good as Mattel seems to be, leading on, are you guys interested in picking up the 40th Anniversary He-Man again? Or are you just kind of Master Universe out, and all these new price hikes and everything like that is really making you gun shy in terms of like actually buying new action figures? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. Geek proud. I want to give a huge shout out to all my Patreon and channel member supporters: RyRackCan33, Old IT Guy, Princess Cagley, John Joker, Michael Traverso, Christopher Herndon, Snell World, Thomas Meyer, Budrick Porter, and Joseph Michaels. Thank you for all your support, everybody. It really means a lot to me and really does help the channel to keep going.